Hello, our name is Kaeden and Kei, and today we will be presenting a short presentation about the 3.5 reasons why appliances should not become smart devices. To get started, let's discuss what we will cover today during this slightly informal presentation. So the general 3.5 reasons that will be covered are info and safety, money and costs, the degradation of the human brain, and lastly, the coolness factor of the digital and smart interfaces in products. You may be thinking, what? But I want everything to be smart. And yes, you may be right. Having everything around us be smart is cool and all. But is it really? As we will show it, it is actually not all as cool as it may seem. About info and safety. Firstly, having everything become more and more smart and integrated into our everyday life may be cool and simple and all. However, this inevitably makes you more vulnerable and susceptible to social attacks, be it getting hacked, your data stolen, or even sold to third-party companies at a profit for your subscription. Furthermore, you are also exposing unnecessary data about yourself to these companies, and this will only increase as time goes on, the longer you use these services, and the more services arise day by day. And as said, the most dangerous reason being that your data could be stolen and misused, either to gain more information or money by other companies, or worst case in a case of identity theft. Smart features may be perceived as smart, but we shouldn't forget that most of the time less is more, meaning that unnecessarily complicated features on, for example, a fridge, may be counteracting the so-called smart design ideas behind it. As you may have noticed, labeling a device as smart tends to raise the price of it by a lot. Sometimes the label itself is what intrigues us most. So is it really worth the price we pay for smart things? Is it smart to be dumb about buying smart things? Or are we the ones that ultimately pay the price? As devices increase in smartness, do we as humans decrease in it? As these devices develop further and further, it is of concern that our reliability on them will increase as well. Is it wise to keep some devices from becoming smart? To prevent us from forgetting regular tasks, not just with the risk of making us dumber, but also the risk of productivity. With productivity being at the core of the conflict between smart and not smart, we are yet to find out how this will affect us in the next decade. Our final half. A reason for why appliances should not continue becoming smarter or not be smart in general is that it does not look cool in the long run. As we see here, we can see the car interior of a current new car and of an older car. As we can see, the older car has more of a timeless and function-driven and longevity-focused design, whereas the newer car's interior is filled with screens that will wear and break easily over time, are expensive to fix and replace, and will very easily date the car, as we can tell how new the technology is, or rather hold old, as newer and newer tech comes out. This tends not to happen to more analog tech or products, as these have been around for longer and stood the test of time. This also often causes it to just be the necessary needed to display what is being displayed in the simplest form. For example, a clock rather than a digital time display, an analog speedometer rather than a digital screen, etc. As shown in this presentation, having everything become smarter and smarter may be cool now, but as a long run, this might not be the best solution. However, only time will tell. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.